Late last season, when Anthony Rendon was hurt, which is basically all he's been since signing with the Angels, the media wanted to ask him for an update on his latest injury. The team themselves have not been providing much of an update, so why not just ask him themselves? When asked for an injury update, Rendon said no haba inglés today, put on a hoodie, and then left the clubhouse. For anyone unaware, Anthony Rendon is from Texas and doesn't speak any Spanish, so it's pretty clear what he was doing here to the media. Seems really rude to do, right? Acting like a jerk. And yes, but with that said, what Rendon just now said makes the no haba inglés comments look like words uttered from a saint. What he just said makes the no haba inglés comments look like the nicest thing he's ever said to the media. Our expectations were low for you, but holy Angel spring training is officially underway, and we just got complete polar opposite views from the two highest paid players on the team. The Angels, of course, are not in a great situation right now. After not winning despite having Shohei Ohtani on the team for the last 6 years, Ohtani is now gone, making the Angels even more irrelevant, and Mike Trout still remains. Many want Trout to be traded, and it's been that way for years, considering he's been the most consistent and best player in baseball since his rookie season, yet has only played in 3 playoff games. 3 playoff games in which the Angels lost, that was almost 10 years ago, and Trout hasn't sniffed October baseball since. It sucks seeing Trout just continuously be on a losing team, and I'm sure he doesn't love it either, but Trout has also remained incredibly loyal. He's really put up with some crap, yet continues to show up every year and give it his all. I mean, yeah, he's making millions of dollars, but he still also could be demanding a trade and saying he wants to be on a winner, but he hasn't done that. It's also something he just spoke about. This is what he said exactly, watch.
I think the easy way out is just ask for a trade. There might be a time, maybe. I really haven't thought about this. You know, when I signed that contract, I'm loyal. You know, I want to win a championship here, and yeah, that's mainly. I think the overall picture of winning a championship or getting to the playoffs here is bigger satisfaction bailing out and just taking the easy way out.
In pure sitcom fashion, in the same day, around the same time, Trout is saying this, saying that he's loyal, that he doesn't want to take the easy way out and thinks the greatest satisfaction would be to win with the Angels, Anthony Rendon opened up his mouth to the media. And after closing his mouth, I think every Angels employee and their fans wish Rendon would go back to only knowing Spanish. They all wish Rendon kept up the limited words he had for the media, like in all these instances. Instead, you're going to want to sit down, pull out some popcorn, and if you're an Angels fan, add some alcohol to this because, oh my god, you're probably going to need it unless you're already numb to the madness. Credit to Robert Orr, who summed things up perfectly with this banger of a tweet. Everyone other than Angels fans can laugh at this, and hell, maybe even Angels fans at this point are just laughing along because otherwise they'd be crying. Sam Blum, an Angels writer and reporter for The Athletic, had some questions for Rendon, and he unfortunately answered them. Here's how the full exchange went. Last year, you said you'd consider retiring. What's your mindset now? My enthusiasm has been the same since I got drafted, to be honest with you. I was actually deleting old emails because my storage was to my maximum in my email. So I'm going back and deleting old emails. I emailed myself a pros and cons of why I wanted to stay in the game. This was in 2014. My thought process of the game has not changed since then. I keep making it this long. So Blum then asked, how does your pro and con list compare to 10 years ago? Rendon answered, it's a lot different. I'm married. I have 4 kids. My priorities have changed since I was in my early 20s. So definitely my perspective on baseball has been more skewed. Blum followed up asking if baseball is still a top priority for him. And to Angels fans watching this, you might want to move away from any wall or potential object you'd punch and break out of anger, and also maybe break your hand in the process. This is what Rendon said. It's never been a top priority for me. This is a job. I do this to make a living. My faith, my family come first before this job. So if those things come before it, I'm leaving. Blum then asked if it's a priority at all, to which Rendon said it was, but that didn't even sound reassuring, adding on that it's his priority because it's his job, saying, I'm here, aren't I? Blum then asked, do you want to be here? Rendon responded, I don't want to talk to you guys at 7 in the morning or whatever time it is. So Blum doubled down, making it clear that his question wasn't about talking to the media, asking, do you want to be here playing baseball for the Angels? Rendon's answer, I have answered your question, so why do you keep picking at it?
Are you okay?
Yeah, great, amazing. Best physical condition of my life. Okay. Listen up, everybody. I have some news. It's over. We are screwed. This is the worst. So, this has been great. So let's get back to work and do the best job that we can.
I'm scrambling to find words to describe all of this right now because I'm just at a loss for them. Is this real life? I just can't fully comprehend how much a baseball player actually hates baseball, how little he actually cares about baseball, and how little he cares about helping his team win. There's nothing wrong with having your family as your top priority. That's totally fine. I'm pretty sure most baseball players would say the same thing. But there's clearly a difference between literally any baseball player in existence saying that and Anthony Rendon saying that. One of these things is not like the other. Rendon had all the opportunity in this short line of questioning to say that he cared about baseball and the Angels and the fans, but the dude couldn't even lie, which, hey, I guess you gotta respect him for that. He's being completely honest, but that doesn't make the situation any better. Anthony Rendon is getting paid $38 million a year for the next 3 years. This is coming after he's already been paid $126 million over the last 4 years. And over the last 4 years, he's averaged a total of 50 games per year. Yet here he is telling you as blatantly and as clear as day as he possibly can how little he cares about helping this team. $38 million a year to watch this guy complain about playing baseball. This is real. None of this is satire. It's not some act for laughs. This is genuinely how Rendon feels. And a recent interview he did with the Jack Vita show about probably like a month ago, when asked if there was one thing he could change about Major League Baseball, Rendon said to shorten the season, saying there's too many games.
We got to shorten the season, man. It's too many dang games. 162 games in 185, 3 days, whatever it is. Man, no. We got to shorten this bad boy up. Let's go.
It almost seems too perfect to be real, but again, it's all real. If there is one human being on the planet to not complain about how many games are in a Major League Baseball season, it's Anthony Rendon. Yet here we were with Rendon, someone who again has averaged 50 games over the last 4 years, complaining that 162 games is too much. Like, we are living in a sitcom. I have no other conclusion at this point. Sam Blum's next line of questioning should be to every single player on the Angels, all the coaches, the front office, and ownership, asking their thoughts on Rendon's most recent comments. Maybe this is a hot take. Maybe this is a wild thing to assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm gonna go on a limb and say that there is just no way his teammates and everyone a part of the Angels organization backs what Rendon just said. He just told the media that he just simply looks at baseball like a job. Basically just a place to get his paycheck and make a living because baseball isn't a top priority for him. Mike Trout can't feel great about that. Nobody on the Angels can feel any ounce of respect for those types of comments. Nobody in baseball, no players, nobody. Like, I would ask the question how this will affect the clubhouse, how Rendon's teammates and coaches will look at him, and how his relationship will be with everyone. But then again, when you factor in that Rendon barely even plays or shows up anyway, it's irrelevant to even wonder. So you have a baseball player who never plays baseball and doesn't have baseball near the top of his priorities. And you have to pay him $38 million just for this upcoming year alone. And then you have to give him that for 2 more years after. Let that sink in. When the madness fully comprehends in your mind, if ever, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.